I'm Juliet, and I learned on my 30th birthday that love isn't always distributed equally, even in families. Happy birthday, sweetie! My mother, Patricia, kissed my cheek as I arrived at their house. My father, Robert, nodded from his armchair. My brother, Marcus, stood by the fireplace, that smug smile already plastered on his face. Thanks, Mom, I said, setting down the wine I'd brought. Before we eat, we have gifts, Patricia announced. She handed Marcus an elegant box. Marcus opened it slowly, revealing a vintage Rolex. Wow, this is incredible. Thank you so much. You've worked so hard at the company, son, Robert said. You deserve it. Wait, I interrupted. Isn't today my birthday? Of course, dear, Patricia said, handing me an envelope. This is for you. Inside was a brochure for a budgeting seminar. I stared at it. You're kidding. Juliet, we need to talk about your spending habits, Robert said. You're 30 now. Time to be responsible. Responsible? I'm a nurse working 60-hour weeks. Marcus works for your company doing what, exactly? Don't be jealous, Marcus said, fastening the watch. It's not attractive. This is unbelievable, I said. On my birthday, you give him a $10,000 watch and me a lecture about responsibility? See, this attitude is exactly why we worry about you, Patricia said. Marcus is grateful. You're combative. I'm combative? He just rubbed a Rolex in my face. Juliet, your brother manages important accounts, Robert said. He's demonstrated financial maturity. I've never asked you for money. I put myself through nursing school. And we're very proud, Patricia said in that condescending tone. But, sweetie, you're always struggling. Remember last year when your car broke down? Because I drive a 15-year-old Honda while Marcus drives a BMW you bought him. Marcus laughed. Maybe if you made better life choices, Juliet. What choices? Working in healthcare? Saving lives? We just want what's best for you, Robert said. Hence the budgeting course. I stood up. I'm leaving. Don't be dramatic, Patricia said. I made your favorite cake. Keep it. Give Marcus another watch. As I drove home, I called my best friend, Rachel. She picked up immediately. How was birthday dinner? She asked. They gave Marcus a Rolex and me a budgeting seminar brochure. What? On your birthday? Rachel, something's wrong. This isn't just favoritism anymore. It's extreme. What do you mean? Dad's been acting weird about his estate. He mentioned updating his will last month, but got really defensive when I asked about it. You think Marcus is manipulating them? I don't know, but I'm going to find out. Remember how I'm still on Dad's insurance paperwork from when I helped him after his surgery? Yeah. I have access to his legal documents portal. I'm checking tonight. Juliet, be careful. I'm done being the family disappointment, Rachel. If Marcus is stealing my inheritance, I'm taking him down. That night, I logged into Dad's legal portal using the credentials I'd used to handle his medical bills. What I found made my blood run cold. A new will, dated 3 months ago. Everything. The house, the investments, the company shares, went to Marcus. I got nothing. But the signature looked wrong. The writing was shaky, uncertain. I screenshot everything and called Rachel back. He forged it, I said. Marcus forged a new will. How do you know? Dad's signature looks nothing like this. I've seen him sign documents 100 times. This is fake. What are you going to do? I'm calling a lawyer. Tomorrow. And Marcus is going to regret treating me like garbage. The next morning, I sat across from attorney Sarah Mitchell in her downtown office. "Show me everything," Sarah said, adjusting her glasses. I pulled out my tablet. "This is the original will from 5 years ago. Equal split between Marcus and me. And this is the new one from 3 months ago." Sarah examined both documents carefully. "The signatures are definitely different. See how the R in Robert is shaky here? Your father's normal signature is fluid, confident. Can we prove Marcus forged it? We'll need a forensic document examiner. But Juliet, there's something else here." She pointed to a clause. "This will also transfers your father's company shares immediately upon signing, not upon death. That's unusual." "What does that mean?" "It means Marcus might have already stolen from your father while he's still alive." My stomach dropped. "How?" "If he convinced your father to sign something else, maybe told him it was insurance paperwork or business documents, he could have transferred those shares already. That's fraud." "Yes, and it's criminal." Sarah leaned forward. "How computer savvy is your father?" "Not very. Why?" "Does Marcus handle his emails, his online accounts?" "Oh, God, yes. Dad always asks Marcus for tech help." "Then Marcus has been controlling the information your parents see. Classic financial elder abuse." Sarah made notes. "We need to move quickly. I'll hire a forensic expert and a private investigator. We need to prove the forgery and document any money Marcus has stolen." "How much will this cost?" "I'll work on contingency. When we win, and we will win, Marcus will pay every cent, plus damages." "What do I do in the meantime?" "Act normal. Don't confront him. Let him think he's gotten away with it. And Juliet, start documenting every interaction with your family. Record conversations if you can. Your state allows one-party consent." "Won't that take months?" "Actually, no. The investigator I use is excellent. Give him 2 weeks." I left Sarah's office feeling empowered for the first time in years. 2 weeks later, Sarah called me into her office. A man in his 50s sat beside her. "Juliet, this is Detective Frank Morrison. He's with the Financial Crimes Unit." My heart raced. "Detective?" "Ms. Juliet, what your brother did isn't just civil fraud. It's criminal," Frank said. "He forged legal documents and embezzled over $400,000 from your father's accounts." $400,000? "Company shares he transferred to himself, then sold," Sarah explained. "The forensic accountant traced everything. Marcus has been systematically stealing from your father for 18 months. "Does Dad know?" "Not yet," Frank said. "We need to execute search warrants first. But Juliet, we need your help confronting your parents. They won't believe this unless they hear it from you." "They never believe me about Marcus." "They will now," Sarah said, sliding a folder across her desk. "We have bank records, forged documents, emails where Marcus discussed hiding assets. It's irrefutable." "What happens to Marcus?" "He'll be arrested," Frank said. "Wire fraud, forgery, elder financial abuse. He's looking at 5 to 10 years minimum." I should have felt sorry for him. I didn't. "When do we tell my parents?" "Tomorrow," Sarah said. "We're bringing them here, neutral territory. Detective Morrison will explain the evidence. Then we'll discuss restoration of assets and criminal proceedings." "Will Marcus be there?" "No. We'll arrest him at his apartment afterward." "But Juliet, your parents will be devastated. They trusted him completely. And they gave him everything while treating me like a failure. This will change that." Sarah said gently. They'll see who their children really are. The next day, I sat in Sarah's conference room beside Rachel, who'd taken the day off to support me. My parents arrived looking confused. Juliet, what's this about? Robert demanded. Please sit down, Dad. Mom. This is my attorney, Sarah Mitchell, and Detective Frank Morrison. Patricia's hand flew to her mouth. Detective? What's wrong? Mr. and Mrs. Anderson, Frank began. I'm investigating financial crimes committed against you by your son, Marcus. That's ridiculous. Robert stood up. Marcus would never. Dad, please listen, I said. Just listen. Frank laid out photographs of documents. This is your will from 5 years ago. This is the will Marcus forged 3 months ago. Notice the signature differences? Robert put on his reading glasses, studying the documents. His face went pale. That's not my signature, he whispered. No, sir, it's not, Frank confirmed. Marcus forged this will, leaving everything to himself and nothing to Juliet. But that's not all. Sarah took over. Marcus also forged documents transferring your company shares to himself. He then sold them for $400,000. The money's gone, spent on cars, vacations, and gambling debts. No, Patricia sobbed. Marcus wouldn't do this. He's our good son. He works so hard. Mom, he doesn't work, I said quietly. He's been embezzling from Dad's company. The forensic accountant found everything. Frank showed them bank statements, emails, wire transfers. 20 minutes of irrefutable evidence. Robert sat motionless, staring at the papers. Finally, he spoke. Where is Marcus now? Officers are executing a search warrant at his apartment, Frank said. He'll be arrested within the hour. I don't understand, Patricia whimpered. Why would he do this? Greed, Sarah said simply. He saw an opportunity to take everything and convinced you, Juliet, was the irresponsible one. Classic manipulation. Every time you gave him money or gifts, you reinforced that it worked, Rachel added. Meanwhile, Juliet actually earned everything she has. Robert finally looked at me. Really looked at me. Juliet, I'm so sorry. I know, Dad. No, you don't. We treated you terribly. That birthday, his voice broke. I gave my daughter a budgeting brochure while her brother stole her inheritance. 3 days later, we gathered again in Sarah's office for the settlement conference. This time, my Uncle James, Dad's brother, was there too. Marcus sat across from us, his public defender beside him. He looked terrible, unshaven, hollow-eyed, his expensive suit wrinkled. Let's begin, Sarah said. Marcus, you're facing 15 felony counts: wire fraud, forgery, elder abuse, embezzlement, and conspiracy. The prosecution is offering a plea deal: 10 years, full restitution, and permanent restraining orders from your parents and sister. Marcus's lawyer whispered in his ear. Marcus shook his head. I want to talk to my parents, Marcus said. Alone. No, Robert said firmly. Anything you say in front of everyone. Dad, please. I made mistakes, but I'm still your son. I can fix this. I'll pay everything back. With what money? I asked. You spent it all. Juliet, stay out of this, Marcus snapped. That's the last time you speak to my daughter that way, Robert said, his voice steel. Juliet saved us from your theft. You tried to steal her inheritance, ruin her relationship with us, and leave her with nothing. I gave you opportunities, Marcus shouted. I worked for your company. You embezzled from my company, Robert roared. You forged my signature. You're a thief and a liar. Patricia spoke up, her voice shaking. Marcus, that Rolex we gave you? We bought it with money we should have split equally with Juliet. You manipulated us into thinking she needed discipline while you needed rewards. How many times did you do that? How many times did you badmouth me? I demanded. How many conversations did you poison against me? Marcus's face crumpled. I just wanted Dad to notice me, to respect me. He always talked about how proud he was of you, the nurse, saving lives. I was just the screw-up working at his company. So you stole from him? Sarah said. That's your defense? I'll go to prison, Marcus whispered. My life is over. You did this to yourself, Detective Morrison said, entering the room. Marcus Anderson, we've completed our investigation. In addition to the original charges, we're adding identity theft and tax fraud. Your plea deal is off the table. You're going to trial. Wait, Marcus stood. I'll take the plea. 10 years, I'll take it. Too late, Frank said. You had your chance. Now you're looking at 20 years minimum. Marcus turned to our parents. Mom, Dad, please. Tell them I'll cooperate. I'll give back everything. You can't give back 18 months of lies, Patricia said, tears streaming. You destroyed our trust. You hurt your sister. You stole from your father. After everything we gave you, Robert added. The cars, the job, the credit cards, the watches. You threw it away for greed. Mr. Anderson, Sarah addressed my father. All stolen assets will be recovered and returned to you. The house, the investments, and the company shares Marcus sold have been frozen by court order. The buyers will be compensated from Marcus's future earnings. He'll be paying restitution for decades. What about Juliet? Robert asked. I'm restoring the original will, Sarah said. Juliet gets her 50% inheritance, plus damages for emotional distress and her legal fees. I don't want his money, I said. I want my parents back. Patricia reached for my hand. You have us, sweetheart. I'm so sorry. We were blind. Uncle James spoke up. I've watched this favoritism for years. I tried telling you both, but you wouldn't listen. Marcus played you perfectly. He learned young that tears and manipulation worked, Rachel added. Every time Juliet succeeded on her own, you minimized it. Every time Marcus failed, you rescued him. We failed her, Robert said, looking at me. Juliet, I can't undo 30 years of favoritism, but I can promise you, it ends today. Marcus was led away in handcuffs, still protesting. His public defender shook his head in disgust. After he was gone, Sarah addressed us all. The trial will be in 6 months. Juliet, you'll need to testify. I'll be there, I said. Marcus will likely get 15 to 20 years, Detective Morrison added. With his record, no parole for at least 10. He'll lose everything. His reputation, his freedom, his family. Good, Uncle James said bluntly. Actions have consequences. 2 months later, I stood in my parents' living room. They'd sold Marcus's BMW and given me the money for a new car. The Rolex was returned to the jeweler. Juliet, Dad said, I know we can't undo the past, but we want to try. I want that too, I said honestly. No more favoritism, Mom promised. We're seeing a family therapist, all 3 of us. if you're willing." "I'm willing." "And," Dad continued, "I'm making you co-owner of the company. Equal partners. Marcus's shares are yours." I hugged them both, finally feeling like the daughter I'd always wanted to be. Marcus took a plea deal eventually. 12 years, full restitution. He'll be 50 before he's free. He sent a letter apologizing. I burned it. Some people don't deserve second chances. Some betrayals can't be forgiven. And sometimes, the best revenge isn't revenge at all. It's justice. Have you ever dealt with extreme family favoritism that masked something darker? What would you do if you discovered a sibling was stealing your inheritance? Like and subscribe for more stories about people who refused to be victims and fought back the right way.